bonjour from sunny-ish France. I've been a bit quiet. It is 9:10 in the morning, but some of them are still asleep in their tents, so I'll be a little bit respectful. I've had a shower without a towel, used my pyjamas to dry myself with. I've had my cup of tea and my cup of coffee on my camp stove, and I had some fish and some bread, and I've used my dry bag to sit on. It's brilliant. Now I'm going to take my tent down and get on the road to, I keep saying Reims, but it might be Reims. R-E-I-M-S. I don't know. I can't speak English, let alone French. That's where I'm heading today. Loved my night camping. I absolutely did. The only drawback is when you want to do a wee in the middle of the night and you're laying there going, oh, I've got to get up. I likened it like the change, you know, when the pre-contemplation, perhaps I will go back to sleep. The contemplation, I really better get up now. And then like, I've got to get up, and then you go and do it and you follow the action. And it was really great because it wasn't as cold out here as I thought. And the sky was amazing, absolutely incredible. And I wouldn't have seen that if I hadn't got up. So I'm going to focus on change today and the phases of change, which really is going to be acceptance and going with the flow if it's anything like yesterday, because I think there might be lots of changes to my routes for various reasons, but we'll see. Oh yeah, and you see this? This is priceless in France. This is my top tip, must have, because there's no toilet roll anywhere, not even in camping site loos. Well, as much as I love camping, I think that's it for this trip. I'm absolutely knackered. Plus I've had to try and get on my dry bag strapped down, and I really think I'm going to have to cut it off because my ratchet strap that broke yesterday. Oh, hopefully I'll get it home in one piece, but I think hotel tonight. But let's see, off we go. A lovely little ride. I left Fontenoy-le-Château and up through the town and through the forest. There's a big communal forest, and the D5 was incredible on that roller coaster road, which was also the forest of Darney. And I've just stopped here in Darney as there is a war memorial. It says for the children of Darney, but I think it just means the people, the men that were born here, and it commemorates those that died in the Second World War. Well, changes to my day so far. The TomTom hadn't charged. I don't know what's the matter with that, it's just not charging. So I'm using my phone, it's taking me on a lovely route, but running that and the Relive is draining my battery. I'm down to 76%. The charger's not working, I think it's just got a bit rusty inside, and it wasn't talking then to my helmet because the communications failed. So I've been round and round in circles, but that's okay. Oh dear. Acceptance, go with the flow. That's all we can do, isn't it? I'm going to now look at, I can continue as I am. I have choices. I can continue as I am and just wait for my battery to run out and be lost, or perhaps try and find somewhere to charge it. I can continue with change, or I can give up completely. Well, I'm not going to give up. I need to get home. So I'm going to continue with change. What I'm going to do is, I don't have a map with me, but I'm going to look at the route that's on my phone and write down all the places I'm heading for. So at least I've got some idea of where I'm going. TomTom working. It's got a little bit of battery in. I don't know how much. I'm going to do a windy route. I've just stopped in Vittel because it looked like a nice little town. There's a war memorial back up there, There's some old vehicles going on by the fountains here that I'm going to get some video footage from. There's some cafes, so hopefully they might give a little spurt on my phone, right, if I go and buy coffee. And hopefully I can get a charger like this, because it's one of the new ones, but I don't know if you can see. That's my problem, it's all rusty in there. Bloody rain. And here are some very old cars by the dancing fountain. I think I'll get Bumblebee up here for a picture in between the two. I've stopped here for a coffee. A lovely lady. I just literally put my plug in that and phoned the table and she's plugged it in for me. I have a coffee, but it's very, very strong. Here, judging people for drinking alcohol at midday. Oh my god, pot kettle black. That would so have been me. I'm sitting at the bar drinking coffee. Change. Now there's a big change. This is memorial for the soldiers of Vittel and some of the civilians as well that died in the war. There's a 1952 to 62 war, it looks like North Africa, an 1870 war, which we'll have to look into, the First World War, and the Second World War, and the Indochina War, Indochina with Algeria. I challenge you, Terry. I know you'd probably win though. FFS. It didn't switch off, it just flooded out everywhere. Bloody hell. That was a lovely little medieval town, wasn't it? It's got a wooden knight at the beginning and the end. I've just stopped for a little selfie with Bumblebee. Might get one for myself as well. Look, there he is. Hi. Look how beautiful this is. This is Mandes Sur Vair. Something like that. You have a slow trundle. It says, passing by, pray to your God, love your neighbour and go your way. Well, that's another change for me, isn't it? Because my God is in here. I was brought up, I suppose, Church of England. But really I'm more pagan, I'm more with the earth, I'm more spiritual. And spiritual beliefs are more Buddhist. So I'm more spiritual than religious. I'm not a great lover of religion. I'm a lover of spiritual stuff though. And I believe in all the gods and goddesses out there. I don't know, many of my friends do too. But it really doesn't matter what you believe. It's what's right for you. And the Brené Brown saying comes to mind again to me. I love this. It made such a huge difference to my journey. Was that belonging is being your authentic self, not changing to please others. Tom-Tom's died again. So I'm back to my phone. So I've done some twisties. Now it's back on charge in my bonnet. My phone will take over for a bit. And I've stopped with some company. Hello. I've stopped at Neufchateau. Looks lovely, another lovely little medieval town by the looks of it. But Electro Manager Multimedia, I'm hoping they might have a charger in there. Oh, I wish someone could sort my bike out. I have actually left the key on it this time though, so that's a good reminder. But I have to do this, and I have to put it back on again, and then I have to take it off, and then I have to take the handbrake off and put it back on again, and then eventually it stops. Yay, result! And the man was absolutely lovely, so that's good. I found out why my Global Money card isn't working in the petrol pumps. It's because you have to have 100 euros on it here. So I've made sure it's on there now, even though I only want to put 20 or 27 euros last time. Spilt most of it on the floor, but I think they're bringing that in England as well, aren't they? Well, I just went to pull out the car park and I saw this, so I've had to reverse to come and see what this lady's all about. Well, I think it is a war memorial with a very booby woman on top. It says about the district of Neufchateau, the children of its homeland, and N'oublie jamais, it means never forget. I'm liking my French. I'm getting very good at reading, aren't I? Thanks to Google Translate. But I am trying to take it on as well. I'm not just reading it. I'm trying to remember some of the words. But it's all strange. I'll be back to England soon. Now I can try and remember English. Still on the D164, and I've just stopped at a place called Coussey for some lunch, hopefully. I was driving along thinking I'd love some potatoes bravas and some paella, and I'm like, no, Karina, you're in France, not Spain. But hopefully I have something nice to eat. Apparently it's too late for food. It's only 2 p.m. I did attempt sometimes, I remember Andy telling me this, sometimes these little tobacs, they don't like it if you don't make an effort to speak in French. But I did go in saying bonjour. Oh well, I'm not going to get paranoid. We just carry on the road. Well, what a find. I've only ended up in Domremy, which is the birthplace of the Joan of Arc. You know, that woman who would nowadays be locked up in a mental asylum and put on drugs. But I think we probably have it all wrong nowadays. So this is the memorial of Domremy for World War I. Oh, the river down there with some sort of heron type thing. There's some sort of, there's another statue over there. How exciting is this? Oh, that's the Mouzon River. They've got a souvenir shop. I'm going to have to go, and a cafe, so I'll have a look up there first. Hopefully they won't be shut, but first I'm going to go and check out her house. And you can see that in a separate vlog, but the link is in the description below. I just went in and ordered a salad, but apparently it's too late to eat there as well. Everything obviously shuts. It's just gone 3 o'clock. I could have taken away a sandwich, but that's no good because it's got gluten in. Or I could have sat and had loads of booze. But obviously, I chose not to do that. I'm now going to pop in the souvenir shop and just hope they have some crisps or something. They only do sweets and ice cream, so I haven't succumbed. That would be as bad as succumbing to alcohol. I've got some little souvenirs though, people. Just can't resist. Right, bye-bye, Joan of Arc and Domremy. I really do have to get a wriggle on now. Oh, the jacket's still there. The helmet's still there. The gloves are still there. Yes! get in. Luckily I came prepared. Nuts and water it is for lunch. I did try to eat, Mummy. Promise. I didn't get very far, about 10 minutes up the road. This is a monument in recognition of all mums, in recognising the mother of Joan of Arc, Isabel de Vouthon Domremy, in offering her daughter up for the sake of France. I'm not really sure she had much say. I went really slowly to that last little town to try and find something to eat, but all there were was the tobaccos and bars, so I carried on. I'm now a bit further down the road. It's been to this big industrial estate where there's a Coussey and Woks, but they're all shut. So I'm going to this boulangerie, which probably won't have any gluten-free, but who knows? I thought I was going to be out of luck then. Oh, there's all these pizzas and rolls and all stuff, but eventually they looked on the allergy thing. I've got a vegetarian poke bowl. I'm happy with that. The other thing I really liked about this Angers place, everything's recyclable. It's amazing. Anyway, I feel happy because I'm just letting my painkillers hit in, and I've just booked somewhere about an hour and a quarter away. A whole apartment for £37. I don't think that's bad at all, with Wi-Fi and everything, and a supermarket just up the road. So, well, we'll see when I get there what it's like. Probably another YMCA, but there you go. And then that would just leave me about an hour to go tomorrow to my first war memorial for my great-granddad. So, oh, I've got to pick myself up off the floor now and get back on my bike. But at least I have a home for the night booked. I'm very touched. I was just checking my emails for my booking for tonight, and someone, nameless, has bought me 4 coffees. Whoever you are, thank you so much. Has brought the biggest smile to my face. Oh, you're amazing, thank you. I've arrived at Beaumont-sur-Vesle in France after a very long straight boring road, but it was the green grass of home, so that was okay. Here I am, Sebastian, bless him. They sent me a lovely long message in French. I just don't understand. So he came out, luckily he's here. He came out and he has, with Google Translate, he's left me a message, if I need help getting out of bed, he is just next door. I think that was lost in translation though. I hope it was anyway. I think the route that I've ridden today, you could spend a week doing it. It was archaeological sites, museums, Joan of Arc, loads and loads of war memorials, lots of beautiful towns. Some of them almost look derelict and old, like ghost towns. And then suddenly towards the end, you'd start to see some life in them. But they were really quite interesting. It was a lovely ride. I did enjoy it. Obviously, you can do it in a day. And if you want to, then you can just go on My Relive and ride the route if you want to. And take all the wrong turns as well that I did. But yeah, no, that's how I roll. Anyway, I know I've spoken a lot about change today, but I've spoken about change that's within our control. And I can hear you shouting at me going, but what about those awful things that happen to us that are beyond our control? Like loss of a loved one, loss of a job, having to re-interview for our job, loss of a home, the beautiful, peaceful caravan park where you live being bought by new owners and bulldozed to the ground, you know, all these things that are out of our control. And the thing is, it's to accept that, it's accept that that change is happening. It's outside of our control and there's nothing that we can do about it. There might be some things that we can do about it, and it's up to us to then look at those things and take steps to do the bits that are within our control. So, for example, we still use the choice. So my beautiful site being bulldozed to the ground, I have a choice to resist it, which I did vehemently for about a week or so, until I caught my ego and dragged it back in my hula hoop and nailed it down to the ground. It's still poking its head up every now and again and going, but what about? And I'm like, stamping it on the head. It's a bit like, you know, the whack-a-moles that you have in the amusements. Bang, 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 bang my ego back down. Because I have a choice to continue resisting the changes happening. I can resist and make myself ill physically and mentally and have suffering and sadness and frustration. Or I can, and choose to stay there where I live with all this resistance. Or I can stay there with change, and the change is to accept that that's what's happening. There's nothing I can do about it. Or I can move, you know, I can leave the situation. That's my three choices. So when change happens around us, it is very frustrating. It can lead to suffering, but the people that are making us suffer are ourselves, because we resist. If we can just accept what's happening and look at our own areas of control, then that really can help. So I hope that's helped. I hope you've enjoyed the change journey today. I think tomorrow will be about gratitude, because I'm going to go to the war memorials of my relatives. There is a war memorial here I saw, which I'll probably pop and see on the way out tomorrow, because it's now 7 o'clock and I have about 3 hours to make my movie, and then I'll be hitting the sack, I think. That would be good. I'll show you a quick pan round of my little studio. Lovely little kitchenette. Bed settee. Oh, I just thought, perhaps that's my bed. Oh no, I've got to make my bed. I have. I'll sleep on the settee. Oh, nice shower though. Look at that. That's very funky. Funky shower. I was going to say, yeah. What changes can you make today? I hope that's helped you to look at the choice and acceptance and control. There is a change that you could make to help me that we could all do. And that is to, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Put a like if you like what you see, share it and get the word out there so I can help more people. And if you press the little bell, it will give you a little alert every time I upload a movie, which will be quite a lot over the next month still coming up. Lots going on, lots of travelling. The reason I want to make that change is if I get 1,000 subscribers, I have more control over the adverts that go on my films, because it's very frustrating when there's all these adverts on my films and I don't even want them on there. So it would be nice to have a bit more control. So if you could help me, that would be great. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Ta-da for now.